Welcome back, everyone, to the Cleveland Racquet Club. We are here live with our finalists of men's doubles here at the 2021 Cleveland Open. Robert Galloway, Alex Lawson. Gentlemen, congratulations on the result today. I started with Alex in the post-match presser, so I'm going to go to you first, Robert. Straight set victory today. What's working so well for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten a lot of matches in together this year. We've played, this is probably like week 7 or 8 of this year, so we're lucky to get a lot of matches in, and we made a final, a couple semis, played a tour event, so we've got a lot of reps, and we feel confident. We know what each is going to do. So.
And Alex, on that note, you guys were in Singapore, I believe, a few weeks ago. Yep. You guys did the Italy swing where you played a couple challengers there. You went on the clay in Turkey. It's been an international year for you, certainly.
We've been all over.
Yeah, how's it been? Has it been difficult to find your rhythm given all that travel, given the uncertainties of the schedule?
No, I mean, yeah, things are definitely a little more challenging just travel-wise than they used to be. But I don't really think it's affected us too much, honestly. We just kind of show up and do our thing and get our work in and, come to play every day anyway. So.
Well, we did have a fun development in Singapore. Robert, you played a singles match in qualifying. I believe you were an alternate and you got into the event now. You may have lost the match, but just in general, to get that singles rep, that had to have been fun.
Well, actually, we both got in. I actually won a round somehow. First singles match on the tour in 3 years. Got a W, so I'm actually at my career high singles ranking right now, so it gives me a lot of confidence.
Yeah. Was it fun for you, Alex, or a little less fun?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to play singles for sure. It was the whole, the stadium court vibe was pretty cool. And the extra cash was nice as well. That's our biggest payday of the year, so.
Yeah, you'll definitely take it. And, again, for you guys, you had mentioned that you've played a little bit before in the past, but since the start of the season, it's just been the two of you together. And I'll send this question to you first, Robert. When making that decision to start the year play with Alex, what led to that decision? And, again, what brings out, you've made a challenger final already, another one here this week, this year. What's brought out the best in your games so far?
Yeah, I think coming in, we knew what each of us do well, and they kind of bounce off each other. One brings one thing, and the other one complements it. And so that was kind of went into our decision to give it a shot this year. Also, we've known each other for so long. We're friends. It's easy. It makes traveling easy.
For me, it was kind of like a last resort thing. I texted 20 people. No one wanted to play. So he was...
Yeah, he was my first choice.
He texted me 20 times, and I was kind of like, all right, fine, let's do it.
Yeah.
So.
No, the big lefty with the big serve, I feel like you're the hot commodity.
Obviously, that goes without saying, but thank you for saying it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I recognize it. Yeah. Everyone else should as well. But to you, Robert, I know 2019 you made the finals here as well, and I think you either came closest to or did crack the top 100 during that 2019 season in doubles, and you were starting to play some really good tennis. How frustrating was it for you 2020 to have that momentum taken out of your control?
Yeah, I had a really good start to 2019 and got hurt, and so I was out for 6 months. And that, I was at my career high, playing well, getting to play more tour events, and I got kind of dropped down to 150, and that was kind of a big shock. But I kind of knew where my level is and where my game is, and if I could kind of get it going again, where it's consistent at the high level, then hopefully we'll get back up there, and if we can do it together, it'd be even more fun. So
yeah, and again, I know you guys are looking for first title, I believe, together on the season, and I know in our other semifinal, I believe it's Gomez and Quiroz versus King and Reese, and I feel like those are names you guys have to be familiar with at this point. What will you guys be doing in this one to you, Alex, just to prepare for the final? And then do you watch that match, or are you like, I know the scouting report on them?
Yeah, like you said, there's not too many names that we're not pretty familiar with at this point. You play enough challengers over the course of the year and multiple years, and everyone's played everyone at a certain point. So we're pretty familiar with King and Reese. And again, if they're American doubles players, we're training with them a lot of times too, either in off season or just at tournaments, stuff like that. So yeah, I think both of those teams we've played maybe not together, but separately we've played them.
A few times,
yeah, a few times. So, but yeah, we'll still watch the match. We'll watch probably the live stream of it because there's March Madness on as well. That we got to go back and watch some of that. But yeah, we'll watch the match and do a little dissecting of it, and then come up with a game plan for that. For me, I kind of like to watch the live stream after the fact, because then you're not looking at all four players. You're looking at two of the players, and it makes it a little easier. But yeah, besides that, we'll talk about a game plan, and then
don't overthink it. I mean, we know what we need to do to execute our stuff. We have stuff that we like to do, and if we're on top of that and bringing the right energy, then we'll at least be competing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for the both of you, a little bit broader beyond Cleveland, I don't want to take up too much of your time. You guys want to go rest up and do whatever, but when you're scheduling beyond just this week's event, and as I mentioned at the top, you guys were in Europe, you guys went to Asia, you guys are trying to pursue wherever the playing opportunities are. This is the first American Challenger, and obviously you guys are accustomed to playing all of the American Challengers. I'll start with you, Alex. How difficult is it to schedule this season, and how difficult does that one piece make everything else you're trying to do right now?
You're saying how there's less American tournaments?
And just less opportunity. You never know where the opportunities are coming.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, there was, I think, what were there, 2 at the end of last year?
Yeah.
And I didn't even really – I maybe thought I was going to play them originally, but then it just worked out like I was already in Europe and things were going well with my partner at the time, so we just kind of like, let's stay here and just keep playing. So a little bit of it is just kind of rolling with the punches and then seeing where you end up. And like I ended up taking, I thought was going to be a 5-week trip in Europe. It stretched that out into 11 weeks. So, you just kind of roll with it and see what happens. So if we find ourselves in Europe and things are going well, then we're not going to really worry too much about like rushing back to try and force playing Orlando and Tallahassee, like that kind of thing.
And I see a chuckle from you, Robert. 11 weeks in Europe sounds great to the casual person, but when you're like, I don't know where I'm going to be, week 6, week 7, week 8, I imagine it's a little more difficult.
Yeah, for me, I mean, if we're doing well and it's the kind of last resort, then I'll stay over there that long. I like to play maybe 5, maybe 6 weeks on the road.
Just to be clear, I do not want to do another 11-week stint. That was by the weeks 9, 10, and 11. That was tough.
Yeah,
so.
It's important to come back, regroup, kind of get the fire again, and work with the coach and kind of check in on things. We took 2 weeks off before this, and like literally the first week I got back, I was like, man, I'm ready to start playing again. Yeah. So it kind of brings that fire a little bit to kind of take a week off and reset.
Mm-hmm. And for both of you, and this one's to you, Alex, I mean, it seems to be going well thus far. I guess you guys are better judges of it than I am, but plans for the next few months, I feel like it's harder to even plan past a month in advance.
It's tough, especially the way the ATP is kind of just releasing the calendar in small increments right now. It's tough to really plan too far in advance. So, I mean, there's just so much uncertainty with everything. Like, they don't really know what's going on. Tournaments don't know if they can host a tournament or not. Sometimes they think they have one, and then at the last couple of days, like a week before or something like that, the country itself will just say, no, sorry, you can't do it. There's a lot of uncertainty for sure.
Yeah, our plan is probably after Orlando, we might go to Europe before then, but Orlando is the only hardcore tournament of that week, and then after that I think it's like all clay. Mm-hmm. So we'll probably head over to Europe. I mean, gotta go and play. I mean, you can kind of sit around and wait for tournaments to happen, or you can go to places and make it happen. I mean, it's the career, so got to go take the chances to compete.
No, absolutely. Well, then just a couple of fun ones for you before I let you go, because 11 weeks on the road together, I imagine you learn a few things about each other. You guys rooming together on the road? Is it one hotel room, 2 hotel rooms? Got to keep some space?
Yeah, I got to stay as far away from this guy as possible for the most part.
His shoes I can't stay in the same room. It starts to stink.
What?
Yeah, no, that's good. Well, then, just again, some doubles part. I like to, test that. I feel like all doubles partnerships are like any relationship, right? It gets physical. You got to be touching. You got to be cheering each other up. All these different things. I saw the hand slaps. I see it all. But yeah. Anyways, all right. Just some questions to you. I want to see your reaction. It's a question to both of you. Deuce Point. Who's taking the return?
Me. Okay, well, it depends for sure.
Yeah, it definitely depends.
Well, give us a specific scenario. What is the scenario? How did the rest of the game play out?
4-all, second set of your past semifinal, Deuce Point. I think it went to Robert. So that was very specific. Yeah,
I mean, sometimes
it depends on the server, I imagine.
Depends on the server. Depends on the rhythm.
If I hit like 3 return winners in a row and Rob hits them all over the back fence,
he's taking it,
which happens sometimes, and then I'm taking it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like you guys have the communication to a point where it's not like a it's like you take it, do your thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How important is that communication to your success?
It's big. I mean, all of tennis, like all doubles, is communication. I mean, you're going to be so out of position you got to have to know the play call. You have to know what you're doing, and especially communication like after the match. I mean, sometimes if I lose, I don't want to talk about it right after, but a lot of times we'll sit down and figure out what we need to do better. And Yeah, so our communication's pretty good. I mean, it's kind of annoying sometimes with him, but it's
It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to hear that. Well, again, you guys looked great out there today, and it's a second Cleveland Challenger final for you, 2 in 3 years. I'm pretty sure that makes you the winningest doubles player in Cleveland Challenger history, so you can put that in the trophy case. Yeah, but
percentage-wise, there's room for improvement. Don't let him get too cocky.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just trying to build the confidence up. But again, Robert Galloway, Alex Lawson, thank you so much for taking the time, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.